TV.
Hi everyone, I'm Cece Ojany-Bekhor and I work as a wellness and leadership coach. I'm based here in Nairobi. I have clients locally and clients overseas. My job is to help leaders like yourself solve the personal and professional challenges that you may be facing. All the high performers in the world, well, most of them for sure, have somebody like a coach helping them along the way, because you certainly can't do this journey by yourself. It's much harder if you do it by yourself. Today, I want to talk about power. What is real power? Many of us believe that we are powerless. Many of us feel that we are powerless, even when we have food, shelter, clothing, a roof over our heads, even as we have jobs, we go to work, we earn an income. Many of us still feel powerless. One of the reasons many of us feel powerless is because we believe that power is something out there. We believe that power is giving people orders, telling people what to do and making sure that they do it. But I want to talk to you about a different kind of power. You've heard the phrase personal power. It gets overused a lot, but it is still something really valuable to know about. Personal power is power that cannot be taken away from you. Why? Because it's within you, and you've done the work to develop it within yourself. I was talking to a friend of mine a few weeks ago. He's an investor, and I was asking him, what does power mean to him? And this is what he said. He said, Cece, power is energy. Power is energy, and you can transfer that energy to other people and empower them. I really like that definition of power. If power is energy, if personal power is innate, there are so many forms of power that you have with you right now. If, for example, you are somebody who has a lot of creative ideas, that is a form of power. All you need to do is focus, spend some time developing those creative ideas. You might want to get together with friends who are similar, business partners who can help you develop the idea further, and share that idea with the world. You can turn it into a product, you can turn it into a service that then earns you income. You see, what was just a thought in your mind, that creative idea, is a form of power. It can earn you an income. Maybe you're somebody who has a skill you can do with your hands. Maybe you're a jeweler, maybe you're an artist, maybe you're a photographer, a videographer. A skill you can do with your hands. That is also a form of power. Because you see, all you have to do is look for somebody else who wants that skill that you have. I work as a coach. Clients come to me because they trust that I can help them solve problems in their lives. That's a power that I have. And it's not about ordering people around, giving people instructions and expecting them to do what I say. That's not the kind of powerful person I am. I'm using what's within me, sharing it with others, earning an income, and it has become a form of power. You see, if you think that power means lording it over other people, if you think power is controlling other people, this is why you feel powerless. Because if your power is based on me being afraid of you, the minute I stop being afraid of you, you've lost your power. And that is why, as a leader, as a boss, you don't want to be the kind of person who is instilling fear in people. Because once they stop fearing you, you've lost your power. And that is why, unfortunately, we see Some bosses getting more and more desperate over time. Subconsciously, they realize that their power is not real. It doesn't come from within, and it is based purely on something external. If your power is based on something external, it's not real power. If, for example, you use your money in a negative way as a form of controlling other people, as soon as those other people get money of their own, you will lose your power. Your power wasn't real. You were using your money in a negative way. But think about this. When you use your money to support somebody else's business, when you use your money to develop yourself, maybe to get some coaching, maybe to do some online classes, that is money well spent. That is you using money in a powerful way that will turn around and empower you. So I want to invite you to rethink what you mean when you talk about power. Power that lasts, power that cannot be taken away from you, is the power that you develop within yourself. If you are somebody who knows that you can work really, really hard, see a project through to the end, see a task, see a commitment through to the end, that is a form of power. We live in a world where sometimes somebody will approach you and just ask you directly for money. You might be in a situation where you are financially in trouble and you need money. For whatever reason, you've lost the money that you had. Sometimes we think, let me just ask so-and-so to loan me money directly. And when we do that, we feel powerless. We feel embarrassed. We feel like victims. I want to invite you to consider this. The next time you're in a dire financial situation, offer something in exchange. Remember, any gift or skill that you have is a source of power. Instead of asking the person directly to loan you some money, ask them, I know how to do 1, 2, 3. Is that something that could be of interest to you? I'm in financial trouble at the moment and I could use the money. You see, when you do it like that, you don't feel embarrassed. You don't feel like a victim. And most importantly, you don't feel powerless. I've been asked by people I know to give them money. And I tend to flip it around and say, look, I know you're having a hard time, but there's a skill that you have that I need. Why don't I give you the money and you can do X, Y, Z for me? And I find that 100% of the people who I say this to, they are in agreement with that. You see, it doesn't make them feel like victims when they think about it that way. So guys, I want you to remember one thing. You are powerful. The little that you have, that little knowledge, that little skill, even your networks, the people you know, are a source of power. The kind of power that lasts is the power that is within you. Why? Because it's not dependent on anybody else feeling a certain kind of way. It's not dependent on anybody else bestowing that power upon you. It's a power that can never be taken away. So do your best to cultivate your personal power. It'll last you your whole life. Thanks so much for watching. There are a lot more videos you can watch on the channel.
This is Clean Money TV.